Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the EZA details for Kid BUU. Now what's interesting about this is we're going back to the normal time, 4 a.m. for like sort of these like Twitter reveals. Because like if we just look, when they did Angel Golden Freeze, that was like 11 p.m. So it's like, and then I remember Full Power Jiren, right, was at like 5 a.m. So like they have kind of like bounced around a few times recently in terms of when they're actually showing all these details and stuff like that. Yeah, it's right here. So let's see. They started at, 11 p.m. So hard to say for sure. And then, of course, you know, like download celebration stuff, the worldwide download celebration. I mean, that was global in JP, so we can't really count that. But all right, so we have the Kid BUU details. I took a preliminary glance at it, and it seems like, I mean, I feel like Kid BUU is probably going to be one of the better EZAs. Just a quick glance at it, and it seems like he's going to be a bad, bad boy. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right. So he has 100% attack at the start of turn, right? Then when HP is 30% or more, he's getting an additional 70% attack and defense. Now, if we pull up Kid BUU right here, right? Do they have the EZA stats? All right, so his defense is going to be basically 11,000. Dude, his attack... okay. His attack is almost 19k, so that's very high. Yeah, because some of these old, like, the 120% leads, like, that, for, like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive TUR, this really isn't the most attack ever. Like a lot of the Dokkan Fest TURs nowadays, they're in the 17,000 attack range. Like pretty much all of the new ones are, right? Except for like Android 13, I think is in like the 16,000s. But you guys get what I'm saying. So, all right. I mean, dude, he has 20,000 HP. That's high. All right. So, yeah. Now, hold on. Okay, so 15% defense from Majin. He gets 10% from More Than Meets the Eye, but you're probably not going to have More Than Meets the Eye active. Let me just double check. Unless you're running, you know, the Bobbity Absorbed, I guess. You know, you could do that. This guy's not that... He's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about this unit is that his key is an HP restriction, and very likely you're going to be at nearly full health, like, when using this team, right? So that's a very important thing of this to consider right there. Infinite Regeneration you'll have active. That's also defense. Big Bad Bosses has defense as well. So, I mean, you're getting, what, 25%, 35%. You're getting 50% defense from links that you're, like, going to have active, right? Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Generation, Majin, like, those are, like, super common, like, yes, on, like, the Majin Power team, you're gonna have those active. Or, if you're running them on the BUU Saga team, you're running them on Artificial Life Form, you know, Revived Warriors, all of these teams that Kid BUU is on, you have other BUU units you can run him with, because obviously we know now in the, you know, the post-link level update meta, you know, links are just so important. Like, you know, a unit like LR Cell, who before was like, you know, like somewhere in like the top 20, he's like, yeah, he's one of the better villain units in the game, but, you know, he's got problems, he's got issues. Now it's like you run him next to another Cell and he looks like he's damn near like a top 5 unit in the game, right? Like, the Cell is just so impressive, so crazy. So we know that, like, when you're running units like BUU or, you know, Frieza, Cell, any of these types of villains, you just want to run them with, like, another version of themselves, and they're going to be moving at, like, peak performance. They're going to be very powerful, right? Plus, this guy also, wow, dude, this BUU he's going to be insane, because it's like, he's healing on super attack, Infinite Regeneration is healing, like, then, of course, like, the rest of the team is healing like crazy, too. Like, yeah, this guy is going to be a handful, all right. So, then they did this, right? Okay, so he does have defense, by the way, which is conditional. You do have to have the 30% or more HP. I don't think that's going to be such a big deal, though. Specifically on the Majin Power team, which is where you'll probably be using him at his best, right? Like a double BUU Tanks led Majin Power team is definitely going to be like the best spot for this Kid BUU, right? Now this is what's interesting to me, right? So then he gives extreme class allies that are in the Majin Power category 1 key when HP is 50% or more. And then he also gives extreme class allies 1 key when HP is 70% or more. I like that a lot. Now, real quick, I would say I don't like this part of it. The fact that it's Majin Power Extreme Class allies, like, yeah, for the Majin Power team, like, you're not really going to want to use, who is it, like, Oob and, is it just Oob? Yeah, Oob and, like, some of the 21s, like, Mr. Buu, but, like, well, Mr. Buu, you could run on the team. You know, Skinny Buu is strong enough to run on the team. So, it's just sort of, like, an unnecessary, like, why restrict it like that? I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but just, like, they could have just made it Majin Power category allies one key, and then, you know, then another one for extreme class allies. But, like, all right, so remember how Kid Buu used to be, right? Before the link level update, he had, like, no key from, he had no key links, and key was a struggle for him. Now, not only is he getting a lot of key from some of these links, Majin, Infinite Regeneration, he also gets some from, is that it? Just Majin, Infinite Generation? Yeah. But, like, that's fine. That's more than enough, right? You get one of those active, and you're good. And then he's also giving 2 key from here. Like, this is how they're going to start, like, I guess the word I want to say is power creep some of these units. But, like, I've been talking about this before, right? Take a look at, like, Angel Cell, right? The recent Angel Cell that just came out. Like, very good unit, right? He's sacking attack and defense. 20% attack, 15% defense per orb. You know, he's super effective against all types, against Otherworld warriors. He's got a good link set, including big bad bosses. But he has this interesting ability right here. All allies get 2 key if he gets 2 rainbow key spheres. So what they're going to start doing, I think, with a lot of, like, sort of, like, some of these units to sort of, like, not go super crazy, like, okay, so we're going to power creep this unit by giving him 500% attack and defense, but it's like, he's going to do a lot of the same shit that we see from other units, but then they're going to have little buffs like this, right? Or like this LR Super Saiyan Goku EZA right here, where he gets to 59% attack and defense start of turn. That's the Goku number, obviously. Then he gets key and defense as the first attacker in a turn. Then he gets another 59% when doing an Ultra Super, all typical. But then he gets this as well. All allies get 3 key when this Goku attacks an extreme class enemy, right? This is what I'm talking about. We're going to probably see a lot more of this start to pop up of, you know, sort of these, you know, very strong units. Because, again, this Kid Buu, I mean, he's going to have 170% attack, right, from his passive. He's got almost 19k attack right there. And then we look at his links. I mean, dude, he's got 15% from Majin, 15% from Brutal Beatdown, 10% from More Than Meets the Eye, 25% from Big Bad Bosses, another 10, or no. Then he gets 20% from Wall Standing Tall, another 20% from Fierce Battle. So, I mean, this Kid Buu is going to be dishing out, I mean, I have to imagine, like, 5 million attack stats and shit like that, right? While having over 100k defense, he's going to be giving key, and he's going to be healing. And then, oh, by the way, he also raises attack and defense for 1 turn. He gets that added onto a super attack, and he's still healing the 12% HP, right? I assume this is going to be a 1-turn 30% defensive buff, but it's one of those things where, like, you know, say Kid Buu's going to have, I don't know, 110k defense or something like that, 100k defense. You know, after super attacking, he's going to be bumped up to closer to 140, 130-ish. So, like, I think they did exactly what they needed to with this guy. He's crazy. I mean, he's not, you know, best unit in the game Kid Buu, like I feel like a lot of people have wanted. Like an LR Kid Buu that's, like, you know, undisputed king. I feel like people would be very satisfied with that, right? But this guy seems like he's going to be one of the most impressive EZAs. And again, I just have to wonder what the hell they were thinking with Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Because, like, they dropped Super 17, and he's just, like, jaw-droppingly good. And it's like, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, yeah, he hits so hard, so impressive, but, like, he still has a weakness built into his card. That's the issue. It's not that Broly is not, like, a defensive juggernaut or something like that. It's that he's actually hurting himself by getting, like, lowering his defense. When, like, really, at this point, in this day and age, no unit should have, like, a drawback like that. There's just no reason to. Because, like, why are you going to use Super Saiyan 3 Broly? You could just get another unit that hits hard, similar to him, but is not also killing his defense at the same time, right? Like, it just leads you to not using him. And, you know, Super Saiyan 3 is already one of the weaker categories, and Extreme Tech is already, like, the weakest typing pretty much now. Like, I don't understand why Super Saiyan 3 Broly got so disrespected. And it's not like, you know, because here's the funny thing, too. We're going to get another Super 17. We're going to get another Kid Buu for sure. But Super Saiyan 3 Broly, is a much more rare character. Like, you know, we're going to get the LR Kid Buu. It's going to happen eventually. You know, Super 17, we're going to get another Super 17, but Super Saiyan 3 Broly, I mean, that's not a super common one. I don't know. I just think their decision to sort of undermine that Super Saiyan 3 Broly is just baffling. Because, again, he was the first 120% lead the EZA, so it's like, okay, he seems super good. But then it's like, Super 17 and Kid Buu, they went way harder, and it's like, oh, well, why? Why do we go so unbalanced here? It just doesn't make sense, right? So, I don't know. I mean, this guy's gonna be nuts. On that LR Boo-Tank's team and shit like that, he's gonna be a monster. So, I mean, but at the same time, I would also mention, this would have been great, I mean, had they dropped this during the Worldwide Download Celebration, too. Like, I don't think the first EZA after it, like, you know, obviously makes global players very upset, and, like, I certainly would understand that. Like, I don't think, like, if you're a global player and you're upset that JP gets the Kid Buu EZA directly after the celebration centered around Kid Buu and Vegeta and Boo-Tanks and Vegito and stuff like that, like, that makes sense, right? Like, absolutely, I get that. This should have been, they're so stupid for not doing Dokkan Fest exclusive big time EZAs during these big celebrations. They have got to start doing that. The 6-year anniversary needs like multiple of these. Like, if the 6-year anniversary is GT, I need both Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, the STR Goku and the AGL Vegeta. I need both to EZA during the 6-year anniversary if it is GT themed. Enough is enough. We need like 7 EZA units per big celebration. That's what we need. So, I don't know. We shall see, right? Obviously, shout out to the homie Garesh. This Buu, I mean, get ready, dude. Because he's going to be up there, I think, with Tech Golden Frieza, Int Janemba, Physical Vegito Blue as some of the better EZA units in the game. Let me know what you guys think, but he's a big boy.